es Messi? No Messi. Messi para!
No lo pueden comparar nunca con...
What if I told you that a single tackle in a Premier League match changed the course of football history? You might think I'm exaggerating, but hear me out. In June 2020, Neal Maupay collided with Arsenal's goalkeeper Bernd Leno. Now, you see, this moment seemed pretty ordinary at first, but as it turns out, it set off a chain reaction that led to something huge. We're talking about LionelMessi finally lifting the World Cup. Intrigued? Well, you should be, because this is one of the craziest butterfly effects in football history. LionelMessi is the only player to complete football. Not Pelé, Diego Maradona, Ronaldo, the original, and certainly not Cristiano Ronaldo. According to Martinez, Messi is the first and only player to complete football. That is a pretty big but expected statement coming from Messi's teammate. But facts do not lie. Lionel Messi has won it all. The only thing missing in his trophy cabinet was the World Cup. But the little magician dramatically broke that jinx. Lionel Messi and Argentina were in the hunt for a World Cup. They were one of the favorites competing. Was this finally going to be the tournament where Messi broke the curse? We all remember his performances during the group stages, but Martinez deserves a lot of credit too. The goalkeeper played a huge role in getting Argentina over the line. Martinez became a cult figure for his performances, celebrations, and penalty saves. But most will remember one Martinez moment from the World Cup final. That save in the final seconds from Kolo Muani is etched in history. Martinez became an unexpected hero, an Argentine legend after the 2022 World Cup. But Argentina has Neal Maupay to thank for all of this. Confused? Well, let's turn the years back and set into motion the crazy circumstances that led to Lionel Messi's World Cup win. This is the craziest butterfly effect in football history. What is the butterfly effect? The butterfly effect, in simple terms, is an insignificant moment that leads to a massive event. This term is based on the works of mathematician and meteorologist Edward Norton Lorenz, who suggested that a tornado could be affected by something as significant as a butterfly flapping its wings. One of the greatest examples of this was the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, which led to World War I. But coming to football, how could Neal Maupay have helped Lionel Messi win the World Cup? Well, hold on to your football boots, this is how it all happened. Who is Neal Maupay? For those uninitiated with the beautiful game of football, or those that don't follow the English League matches, Neal Maupay is a French striker who currently plays for the French side of Marseille. However, the Frenchman made a name for himself in the Championship and the Premier League. While his goal-scoring record isn't all that great, his antics on the field have led many fans, commentators, and influencers to berate him.
To me, he probably hasn't scored enough goals of his own over the last few years to have his own celebration, so he probably had to come.
Timo Werner, tight angle,
Danger here, there's going to be a goal for Brentford.
But the incident we're discussing took the hate for Maupay to another level. The date is the 20th of June, 2020. This seemed like a regular run-of-the-mill Premier League game between Brighton and Arsenal during the COVID era. But one Maupay moment of madness led to a ton of dominoes falling in favor of Argentina. The game was tied up at 0. Then the Arsenal keeper Bernd Leno came to collect a ball. It seemed pretty straightforward, but Maupay nudged the gunner star, which led to a knee injury. Could Maupay have avoided bumping into Leno? Absolutely, but this was Maupay being Maupay. He was probably trying to rile up the keeper or send a message of intimidation like a lot of footballers do to the opposition. The moment, though, came in a flash. Maupay, chasing a long ball, crashed into Leno as the keeper came to claim it. It looked like nothing at first, you know, the kind of thing you see all the time. But as Leno fell, you could immediately tell something was wrong. The way he landed, the immediate cry of pain. It sent a chill through everyone watching. The Arsenal physiologist rushed onto the pitch, and it quickly became clear that this was serious. Leno was stretched off, his knee in agony, his season over in an instant. For Arsenal, it was a hammer blow. Leno had been one of the most consistent performers, a safety net when things got tough. Enter Emiliano Martinez, Arsenal's long-serving backup keeper. Now, you might think, great, they've got a replacement ready to go. But here's the thing. Martinez has been at Arsenal for a decade, mostly warming up the bench or out on a loan. This was his big chance, but could he really fill Leno's gloves? Turns out Martinez had been waiting for this moment his entire career. As he jogged out onto the pitch, replacing Leno, you could see the determination in his eyes. This wasn't just about finishing one game, it was about seizing an opportunity that might never come again. But who could have guessed where this would lead? As Martinez took his place between the posts, nobody, not the commentators, not the fans, not even Martinez himself, could have predicted the incredible story that was about to unfold. A story that would ultimately connect this moment to the dreams of the greatest players of our generation, Lionel Messi and Argentina's quest for World Cup glory. Maupay was slaughtered online for his petulance. Popular fan channel AFTV went viral after Ty, one of the regulars on the show during the watch-along, wanted Brighton to get relegated and proclaimed Maupay as a cheat. Maupay in a BBC interview opened up on the hate he got from this one act.
I got home and got a phone call from the club saying, listen, there's a lot of stuff going on online. We advise you to switch off your social media and deactivate your account if you want to.
While Maupay was getting a lot of heat online, Martinez went from strength to strength. This game proved to be a turning point for Martinez's career. He had been sent on a loan several times during his years at Arsenal, but now he was here to stay. He finished off the 2020 season as Arsenal's #1 and earned a ton of praise from all corners. The Argentine helped the Gunners win the FA Cup and was brought to tears after his heroic performance. He spoke about the importance of family, but it seemed there was more to it than just the family aspect.
You've spoken about the importance of your family leading up to this. Have you managed to speak to them on the phone yet? Send some messages?
Yeah, I spoke to them the whole week, to be honest. My dad didn't want to speak a lot about it because he was too nervous. But I bet in Argentina they were all crying, 100%.
This was Martinez's swan song of sorts for the Gunners. While he started in the Community Shield game the next season, the Argentine was sold to Aston Villa for an initial £17 million. Leno was to be Arsenal's #1, and it made sense for Martinez to move for regular football. Martinez opened up about his decision to join Villa as Arsenal were not going to give him regular playing time. A section of the Arsenal fans were quite upset seeing Martinez leave given his exploits that season. Arsenal legend Ian Wright was also devastated by Martinez's sale. However, the former Gunner saw the bigger picture.
I can't lie, I was disappointed to see you leave because in that moment, you were amazing.
You deserve everything you're getting. Good luck with the Argentina #1. I know you're going to get it. God bless.
Becoming Argentina's #1. Martinez had been in and out of the Argentina senior squad for quite a few years. His senior call-up came way back in 2011, but he didn't get to play for the side. His next call-up was in 2019, but he wasn't used in either game against Germany and Ecuador. But Martinez was still not the #1 for the South American side despite being called up a few times. That honor was bestowed to Franco Armani, who was River Plate's keeper. The fates, however, played a role here too. Another example of the butterfly effect maybe. Franco, who had been Argentina's #1 since Willy Caballero retired in 2018, kept on testing positive for COVID-19. And that's when Emi got his first cap for Argentina. Fates and COVID playing their part. The shot stopper made his debut against Chile in a 2022 WC qualification match, and he took that chance with both hands, pun intended. Game after game, start after start, Dibu, as Martinez is called, kept on producing the goods. His shot stopping was excellent, but his penalty saving skills were now coming to the fore. Emi was one of the stars in Argentina's Copa American triumph in the 2021 tournament. The rising star saved 3 spot kicks in the semifinal win over Colombia and kept a clean sheet in a 1-0 win over bitter rivals Brazil in the final. Cue wild celebrations as Argentina ended a 28-year-old trophy drought, but there was still a few more chapters leading to the World Cup. So there he was on top of the world. But you know what they say about reaching the top. The only way is down, right? Could Martinez keep this form going? Could he handle the pressure of being Argentina's #1 at the biggest of all stages? But here's the thing about football. It's got a funny way of testing you when you least expect it. And for Martinez, the real test, the one that would define his career and potentially change football history, that was still to come. On the biggest stage of them all, the World Cup.
Italy! Goal! And Brazil, it is France!
Martinez and Messi win the World Cup for Argentina. This was it. This was the final chance for Messi. The stakes couldn't be higher. Messi had been close to lifting the World Cup previously, but it seemed that Argentina was cursed. Right from the first minute, it almost seemed like it was Argentina's destiny to win the World Cup though. Messi was breaking records for fun, whilst almost single-handedly doing the heavy lifting when it came to scoring goals for La Albiceleste. Messi became the first player to score in each round of the World Cup. He also became the first player to win 2 Golden Ball awards. Martinez, for his part, was doing great between the sticks. Dibu saved 2 important penalties against Holland in the quarterfinal shootout. The final, however, might be the greatest World Cup game we have ever seen. Two Goliaths, France and Argentina taking swipes at each other, like two heavyweight boxers trading blows going all the way to the last round. The spectacle had Argentina racing to a 2-0 lead. Messi and Angel Di Maria celebrated like there was no tomorrow. Argentina surely had done it, but France had other ideas. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, Kylian Mbappé stole the show. France looked dead and buried for 80 minutes, but Mbappe's magic brought them back to life. 80th minute, he scores. France's tails are up, but still they have 10 minutes plus extra time to get the equalizer. But Mbappe had other plans. Bam! A second goal goes in after another minute. Argentina was shocked, the fans were shocked, the world was in shock. Mbappe had done the unthinkable. France were in the ascendancy. This was their time to make Argentina pay for lapses in the defense. Argentina just about held on till the end of regulation time. All Argentina supporters were crestfallen. Was this going to be another story of being so close and yet being so far? Mario Götze had broken Argentine hearts with a late goal in extra time in 2014. Was Mbappe about to do the same? Another twist in the tale. Big players create big moments for their teams, and Messi did just that. The diminutive Argentine again came to Argentina's rescue as he scored in extra time. Jubilant scenes came from the Blue Win at the Lusail Stadium in Qatar. Surely, this was going to be the crowning moment for Argentina. Surely, Messi was going to match the legend that is Diego Maradona. But Mbappe had one more moment of brilliance. You can't keep the best striker in the world down. Argentina gave a penalty away and the Frenchman completed his hat-trick from the spot in the 118th minute. Another crescendo, but this time from the French supporters. Then, the moment of the 2022 World Cup. The most incredible save of Martinez's Argentine career happened. Was France going to defend their World Cup crown? Surely they were going to win it. Deep into injury time of extra time, Kolo Muani is one-on-one against Martinez, and somehow the Argentine goalkeeper produces an unbelievable save. How did he do this? The gods were on Argentina's side. The miss could have deflated France. You don't get such chances in any final, let alone a World Cup. Muani could have stolen the headlines from Messi, from Mbappe, from Martinez, but it was not to be. This moment will never be forgotten though. The World Cup has always produced incredible moments that no one can forget. Maradona's hand of God, Zinedine Zidane's headbutt off Marco Materazzi, Pelé scoring a brace in the final when he was just 17, England winning the World Cup in '66, Luis Suarez's handball against Ghana, Senegal defeating defending champions France, and now that list has one more addition. Martinez's incredible save in the dying seconds of the final. But Dibu's save would not have happened had he not been number one. Dibu would not have been number one for Argentina had it not been for Amani's COVID issues. Martinez could not have been in the reckoning had it not been for his excellent performances for Aston Villa. Martinez would not have been at Aston Villa had it not been for his starring role at Arsenal. Martinez, though, would not have been starring for Arsenal had it not been for Leno's injury, and Leno would not have been injured had it not been for Maupay. The butterfly effect is in full flow. Lionel Messi won the World Cup, and it all started with Neal Maupay being Neal Maupay and injuring a German goalkeeper in a Premier League game. A Frenchman did end up with a huge say in the World Cup, but it wasn't Mbappe, it was Maupay. So, here's the thing about football and life in general. Every moment has the potential to change everything. We've seen it with Martinez's journey. It's a reminder that sometimes the most unexpected twists can lead to the greatest triumphs. So next time you're faced with a decision, big or small, remember, this could be your Martinez moment. Who knows where it might lead?